now is Welsh boxing trainer Tony Borg. Tony, I caught up with you, was it a month ago at a show in Cardiff, and as soon as I interviewed you, as soon as I finished the interview, I remembered I forgot to ask you about one of your stars of your gym, which was Gwynne.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention Gavin, which I was annoyed at myself for not mentioning him, because I know he's done amazing things, of course, Welsh champion, and his fight with Cordina, which I think Gavin exceeded most people's expectations. So can you just talk to me about that fight?
Yeah, I think Gavin was hungry for that title fight. He really trained hard for it, as he always does. And he went up there expecting to win. And he put a great performance in. It was a good fight all the way. I'm happy, they both come out unhurt, but it was a great fight. We were all crowd pleased there. Just a shame he wasn't in Wales,
Yeah.
It would have been great in one of the stadiums down here, but great fight.
And I think, obviously, every fighter goes in there to win. But even though Gavin didn't get the win, his reputation has been massively enhanced because of that fight.
Yeah, as you say, he didn't get the win, but I think that the fans are the winners on the night because they got to see a great fight. And all the ones who thought Joe would be too slick for him had a bit of an eye-opener. And Joe also showed that he can step up the plate and dig in there because Gavin is a real tough fighter.
So what was some of the media people and the boxing people's reaction to Gavin's performance? Will they come to speak to you after it, or has it helped open a few more doors for Gavin?
Yeah, it looks like it's opening a few more doors. And I think most people we spoke to everyone was surprised. I think the bulk of the people we spoke to all expected Gavin to be, get widely outpointed or maybe stopped in the later rounds, but we knew he wouldn't get stopped, and obviously if he was going to go the distance, we were going to lose the fight. But I think the result was fair.
I mean, a lot of credit's got to go to, obviously, Gavin. He puts a massive amount of work in, and he is so dedicated, one of the most dedicated boxers on the Welsh circuit, but also credit needs to go to you for the shape you managed to get Gavin in. I mean, I watched you train some of the boys here this morning, and it was pretty brutal, but obviously there's methods to your madness.
That's right, yeah, I deserve all the credit. No. I got a good bunch of boys here, and they all work hard, they do what I ask of them. So when I go into a contest, I know if I need them to dig deep in any of the rounds, I know that we can step up to the plate at any time asked.
But if a member of the public came into your gym today, towards the end, especially with the boys on doing the floor exercises, it looked pretty tough, pretty brutal. They were in real pain. You could see the agony in their faces. But that's not you being sadistic. That's you putting them in the position to get ready for the tough fights.
I try to explain to all of them, if they don't go to that dark place in the gym, come fight night, and it could be half a few of the fights, it could be right at the beginning of the fight or in the late rounds. If you haven't been there in the gym, you're not going to get through there in the fight. So I take them to uncomfortable places in the gym as much as possible.
But to your credit, you do it in a sort of humorous, sort of funny way. Well, you were laughing, anyway. I don't think the boys were laughing, but
yeah, I always try to add a bit of humour to it. That's just my way. I can't help it.
Another one of your boxers who put a really good performance in recently, Selby, a really good win over Ricky Burns.
Yeah, it was a great result for Lee. He was offered 3 or 4 opponents prior to Ricky Burns, and he turned them all down. He said, "I don't want to fight guys like that. I want to be tested. I want to see if I can still get it at the top level. I don't want to box. He could have had a couple, not so much journeyman, but just international fights would have meant nothing to him. He said, I've got to be in a proper fight. And Ricky Burns is a real good, tough campaigner, a real good fighter. He's got a great record and a great legacy. So Lee to get a result over him was pleasing for all of us.
And where is the next step for Lee Selby now? Is there anything lined up for him? Is there anything in the pipeline that you can tell us or give us a hint towards?
As you know, Lee's a consummate pro, so he's always in the gym. He's having a bit of time off now for a bit of quality time with the family. He's actually in Euro Disney as we speak. And we're just waiting for the phone call to come through and see what offers come out on the table.
The lightweight division at world stage is very tough. Probably one of the toughest divisions in the world. Are there any certain fighters Lee would be targeting, or would you just fight anyone?
For someone who's, he doesn't look like a boxer, and he's looked after himself. He's in great shape, so physically, but he's a real tough kid, real tough. So he'll fight anybody. He's not concerned. He's not worried about any. He'll fight anybody that can give him a real fight. That's what he wants.
Of course, this coming Saturday, you've got a book launch. Do you want to tell us the details about the book launch and how people can go and support the event?
Yeah, the book is written again by Amanda Aubrey-Burden, who wrote my biography last year. When we did the biography, there was a lot of stuff we couldn't focus on, as in time frame. So this one is more about the individual boxers that I've trained over probably 15-20 year period. And there's obviously photographs in there, black and white and colour photos, and sections on each of the boxes. The book's available on Amazon, and also be on sale at the book launch at Portland House. That's 11 till 2 next Saturday, or this Saturday.
And that's open to the members of the public?
Open to the public, yeah. Should be a busy day. The last one was mind-blowing. I couldn't believe how busy it was. So, yeah, it should be another good day.
Apart from Lee Selby winning the world title, which I guess is the highlight of your career as a trainer, what other highlights of your career are there that are related to in the book?
Gary Buckland winning prize fighter, and then going on to win the British title. Frankie Borg with his win over Kerry Hope, in Merthyr. Great fight, a great result. Just a couple of the young kids in the amateur gym here winning British titles. It's endless. Lee's given me so many great nights, great performances. Winning the British and Commonwealth title from Steve Smith was a great fight. It's endless, and there's a little note on most of these in the book, so it's a good read.
I think I actually put a few lines in the book as well, and I think I said that when I interviewed you after Lee Selby won the world title, there was a tear in your eye, but I think you dispute that. But I'm sure there was a tear in your eye.
I don't do tears for some reason. It's embarrassing sometimes. I go to funerals, same as everyone else, and I see everyone getting upset and crying, and I think, oh God. Sometimes, in the past I've sort of tried to, but it just don't happen. Just don't cry.
So the tears just roll up your face, Tone, back into your eyes.
Yeah. I think I've run out of them. Run out of tears.
On the World Boxing stage, there's a massive fight, 7th of December. Anthony Joshua trying to become World Heavyweight Champion again against Andy Ruiz. How do you see that fight going? What's Joshua got to do that he didn't do the first time to get the win?
I think he definitely had some issues going into that fight. He needs to be in a better place. When he's leaving that changing room, walking up the ring entrance, he needs to be in a better place. I'm positive he's put the work in. He's always put the work in. That wouldn't have been his downfall. People say things off the plastic chin, he can't take a shot and this stuff like, but if you get down a chin back with 16, 17 stone, you're going to go anyway. So it's a bit of nonsense there. You'll always get that. But I think he's a great fighter, and he's a great ambassador for British sport. So I'm the optimist, and I just think he's going to pull it off this time, get the win. So
tactically, if you were in Joshua's corner, I mean, what advice would you be giving him? I know in the start of the fight in that first round.
Old school boxing, stick and move, short, sharp shots, and just as he comes in close, hitting him with short, sharp shots and moving off. Don't stand there with him. 3 or 4 rounds of that. Look to mark him up like chopping a tree down. Mark him over the eyes, split his nose, cut his lips, that sort of thing, and just gradually break him down over 6-7 rounds and get him out there in the mid stages.
And I mean, just to turn the question, I mean, if you were Andy Ruiz and his team, what was Andy got to do to try and repeat the result of last time?
Take chances. Get in there, and don't just bob and weave walking forward, because I think you'll get taken apart if that happens. He's got to take some chances and swing the right hand over and the left hook to the body, right hand over the top again, and like I said, take chances and try and get him out of there.
You alluded to it there when you were talking about Joshua. I mean, how important is mental strength and mental stability when you go into a boxing match?
Massively. You can have a great training camp, 8-week training camp, great sparring at home and away. Your weight's good, diet, you've had nutritionists on board. All those things are great. But you have an argument with your neighbour or your partner or your wife that morning or that week, and it all goes out the window. You've got to be in a good place. So you need the good people around you, positive people around you, and just keep yourself in positive situations, because any little thing, bump in your car, a a little argument in the street, any little thing can throw you off.
And what do you do to keep you boxers calm and mentally on track prior to their contests?
I think they all bounce off each other. We got a good crew here. There's about 12 pros in the gym, and they all bounce off each other for experience. They can look to Lee. What was it like? A week before the fight, I'm like 3 pounds overweight than normal. Last week I was eating this, and I only lost this one. All these little things. They sit down together, and they all bounce off each other. So it's good to be around likewise people,
And how healthy do you think Welsh boxing is at the moment?
I think it's very healthy. Unfortunately, there's a show cancelled for this Friday coming. I'm assuming it's poor ticket sales. And just hopefully got a show the week after up in Pontypool, Chris Saniga promotion. Hopefully we have a great show there and finish Welsh boxing on a high. And
you mentioned a few of the coaches here. I mean, you've got an amazing team here in St Joe's. It's not just yourself. There's a big team, like you mentioned there, Roger and...
Billy Reynolds, Di Exton, Sab Abdullah, Vago Grew. So we've got good setup here. And Eric Jodlowski as well. So there's about 6 coaches in the gym. The gym is open all day, every day. 7 days a week. It's very, you can't go past you without seeing somebody in, yeah? It could be like 3 o'clock in the morning. The gym's always open.
Okay, cheers, Tone. Good luck to you and all the rest of your fighters week Saturday.
Can I say a big thank you to Capital Cabs?
You can.
Taxis been great sponsors over the last couple of years, and helped me maintain the time I give to the gym. Okay,
yeah, a big thank you to Capital Cabs of Tony. And I think you just touched on there the importance of the sponsors in general give boxers.
Yeah, well, Sharon Donachie, who's been sponsoring me now for the last couple of years, she's been a massive help, not just for myself, to some of the other boxers, including Lee Selby and Andrew Selby, and the Saniga promotions. And personally, she's been a great sponsor for myself.
Okay, thank you, Tony. If you're watching this interview, don't forget the book launch is on the 23rd.
23rd, yeah.
November 23rd. Get down to that in Cardiff for the free event. And
Portland House, 11 o'clock till 2.
There we go. Tony will be there to sign a copy of the book, with a tear in his eye, maybe. I doubt it. And cheers, Tony, and all the best for the future, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Tony. Thank you.